Hi everybody, my name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto Under 20. And how are you today? I have an alliteration for you. Do you have health and harmony in the head at the same time? Do you know what I'm even talking about? Or do you wonder what the heck is she saying this time? The balance. The feeling like everything is just okay inside of you. Your head's not going nutso. Your tummy is not growling or attacking you. Your digestion feels like everything's moving along. To me, that is healthy, and it is head harmony, harmonious connections, gut and brain, head and digestion. It works. I like harmony. I like feeling that I'm eating healthy things. I like feeling that my head is not craving things, looking for outs, feeling like cheating and just having a little something just because. Many of you may have seen my proclamation about having 225 carb days in my week, but having fewer than 20 on other days. So at the end of the week, it's still that 140, just a little to fit in the things that I was missing. Kale, yogurt, full fat, fai, couple of strawberries, like 50 to 100 grams of strawberries, just either one big one or two big ones, and nut butter. I love cashew butter, and I love Teddy peanut butter. I just do, and I've missed them. And so by allowing me to have a couple of lunches that have a few more carbs in them per week, a shake, things like that. I'm even having sauteed kale in bacon fat tomorrow. Yeah, things like that. Because kale's those are kind of high in carbs, but to me they are so rich in nutrients and satisfaction, and that makes my head and my health feel like I'm doing a good job. I like the probiotics that are in yogurt. I've missed it. I did buy a Stonyfield organic grass-fed yogurt, and it was just like, ugh. But I do love fai, and so I'm having 3 ounces tomorrow with my 2 tablespoons of nut butter for my lunch with the kale, and it all seems to work for me. That's the sort of thing that pleases me. But you know, my head is much more high maintenance than my belly. Always. My belly isn't hungry anymore, but my addict is always behind the scenes saying, "You're still hungry. You can eat more." But by now I know that even though I've taken my last bite of my first meal and I'm still going, I could have doubled that and still not felt full, I know that I have to wait it out. And soon enough, and then 4 or 5 hours later, when it's time for my next meal, I'm going, wow, I got through that. I wasn't getting hangry. My addict wasn't on top of me. And so the initial danger zone for me, as it were, is like the first 20 minutes after my first meal. That's when it's not registering yet, and my head is going, I don't know. I don't know about this time. You might not have hit that thing that you hit and it goes up at those parks. Yeah, I don't think you rang the bell. But I did. I have to give it time. And sometimes, I don't know about you guys, I'm impatient with food, the scale, the getting rid of the hunger, the feeling what works, the anxiety about wanting to change things because I'm not seeing instant change. But that's the good part about being 66, is that I've tempered that a little bit, and I know that the slow tortoise wins the race. And the race could be just one day of crazy making in my head. And so today I am learning the skills on how to handle it. A lot of H's, hangry and handle and head and health and harmony. Yeah, humidity. Hominy, whatever that means. So it's working for me right now. And with my chronometer tracker, I have been tweaking and learning, and I still fall short of the 4,700 milligrams of potassium that I'm supposed to have every day. I'm taking potassium citrate powder in addition to whatever's in any of the supplements that I take, in addition to paying attention to where potassium lies. And so I'm just becoming more conscious of it and more conscientious in looking for it and what I can have that gives me more of it. Allergies are brutal today. So, do you have harmony with your head and your health? Do you feel that your Keto Under 20 is improving your health? I just got a message about another podcast, and she said that she did 14 months of Keto Under 20 and now finds that 35 carbs per day suits her well. Sounds like she's in maintenance, and this is what clearly works for her. I'm trying out that wave of 20, 20, 25, 20, 20, 25, 20 in a week. So it still is 140 at the end of the week, but it's suiting me with those things. I am not craving sugars. I am not craving grains. And I don't have that feeling that if I have a big strawberry in a shake with kale, that I'm going to lose all control and eat the entire pound of organic strawberries. I just don't feel that way. I feel that I am honoring the having the treat, the tasting of it, and I will be just fine. Thank you very much. I've been adding, well, I've added it once, the nutritional yeast flakes from Bob's Red Mill. I've only had them once in the shake, and I will try to integrate them into other days, and I think I'd put it into my pizza dough for sure. But there's 5 grams in a quarter of a cup, so 5 grams of carbs. So that's why I have some 25 carb days and some 20 carb days, because even though something is good for me, it could have more carbs, and I don't want to be spiking that insulin. My bulletproof coffee between 3 and 4 in the morning, and then my 2 meals each day with as small a window as I can possibly have, which means stalling having the first meal till 11-ish, 11:30-ish, and then having my last meal, second meal, between 3 and 4 seems to work best for me. That's part of the harmony, is that, we begin to work on ourselves. Once we get stabilized and fat adapted with the Keto Under 20, then we can go about really discovering what our body feels, how our body feels. I did 1 meal a day for about a week, and I was hungry. And, I'm at that age where it's like, when I watch an intermittent fasting where people go, 40, 50, 100 hours, 30 days. No, I'm not into that. I know it feels great on the other side of it, but I don't want all that discomfort of each one of those hours. So the 2 meals works for me with the little spike in carbs 2 times a week, with my bulletproof coffee staying in place. I do believe that, I'm having coffee. I'm not following what somebody else says about no coffee, no dairy, no nuts. I have them. They keep me sane, which is the head part of harmony, and they don't seem to affect my health or my gut. I still feel great. I've got energy, and that's how I'm rolling. And so I hope that you're learning about your body and that your head and health feel harmony, feel like it's working, like this is, oh wow, this is what it's supposed to feel like. and you're not in a constant battle with yourself. I don't think life is meant to be a constant battle, nor is our food. And I think that being a card-carrying overeater, compulsive food eater, and food addict, sugar addict, carb addict, I think that I've found what contains my beast. In fact, the beast is so contained that I can actually leave the house and it stays at home. And I can actually eat meals and not be crazy and have sane, chaos-free days. And that to me is harmony. That's contentment. And I've sought it all my life, played with food all my life. And now here I am, in my mid-60s, finding this harmony that is just such a gift. It is such a gift. I don't like feeling crazy in the head about food. Maybe you guys can identify. So this has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food, with Keto Under 20, 7 days a week, with that 1-2 days with 5 more carbs, and the other days less than 20. And so far it's working. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye for now.